All right, what's your name, grade, and academy?
My name is Alex Smith. I am in 12th grade and I am in the Business and Law Academy.
And my name is Rod Reganisi. I'm 12th grade. I'm also in the Business and Law Academy.
What is your pathway?
My pathway is supply chain management.
And mine is also supply chain management.
How does your pathway relate to your job, and what do you learn from your job that helps you in your pathway?
Well, in supply chain, it's really just getting the finished product to the customer. So that can be whether you're working in a warehouse or at a store. So if I'm doing cashier, I'm still getting the product to the customer, or if I'm in the warehouse, getting out the couch for the customer. And it kind of relates to my job because supply chain is business, essentially.
Yeah, and I agree with that. You get to work with the finished product to the consumers and stuff like that. Work in the back when the shipment comes in. And so that's all supply chain, so it correlates.
How can you apply what you're learning in work-based learning to your future plans?
Well, I've always wanted to do supply chain, and kind of learning about how it all works in a business is very helpful. I've also taken a class business management, so just being around all that is very helpful, and I can definitely see myself doing this in the future.
And when I first started taking supply chain sophomore year, I really enjoyed the class, but now I can really use my skills for something, and I can definitely see myself using this in the future.
All right, if you would just go ahead and tell me who you are, what academy you're in, and what kind of classes you teach.
I am Suzanne Roger. I am the Dean of the Business and Law Academy, and I teach a variety of marketing and business classes. I teach right now Marketing 1, Supply Chain, and then the School-Based Enterprise class, which is the Work-Based Learning Practicum class.
Okay. What's the best feature of the work-based learning and school-based enterprise, in your opinion?
So I think the best part of school-based enterprise and work-based learning as a whole is kids have worked really hard from freshman, sophomore, junior year, taking a wide variety of classes, and then they get to actually put them in use. And so where we have maybe done practice flyers for selling something, now they're making real ones. And it actually is going out to a real audience. And so it's not just practice anymore. We're not just doing trial projects. We're not what if we did this? They're not simulations. Like, this is a real job now. And so I love that aspect of, if it's our school-based enterprise, it has to do with, our cookies or our apparel. But if they're in a real store or a real job, it's actually like, this is life, this is what it is. And kids start to really grasp that idea of, this is what the real world is all about. And they start to get that taste of it.
Okay. Going back to kind of question 2, tying into school-based enterprise, what do you think the biggest thing is that enterprise placement does for those students?
So my goal for the class is for students to be able to take away some real work experience. A lot of students either haven't had a real job before, have only been a part of a team and a group, and they've just never encountered some of the actual on-site job experiences. And a lot of kids can't. You guys are so busy and have so many classes that it doesn't always lend itself to being able to have an after-school job. And so this provides that opportunity, especially for a lot of the students that you're just busy. So that way you can come into school and you can have an actual job during third block. You don't have to leave school, you don't have to leave campus, you don't have to schedule it until 9 o'clock at night. It fits right into your day. Now I realize you're not actually getting paid, so that's kind of the bummer, is I can't give kids a paycheck, but my goal is to be able to give them some resume information. I can give them letters of recommendation. I can type up some things that can hopefully enhance their college application.
Okay, state your name, grade, and pathway.
My name is Destiny Eversley. I'm a senior, and I am in teaching as a profession.
What do you do in your pathway that relates to work-based learning?
So I do field experience, which is I go to the elementary school, and I am in the classroom kindergarten at the moment. So I get to watch and observe and help teach lessons in there, which is a really great experience to help me for my future.
Okay, can you introduce yourself and how long you've been principal here?
My name is Rob Spees. I've been the principal at Hardin Valley Academy for 4 years.
Great.
Also,
What do you think the most beneficial part about work-based learning is?
I think there's 2 real benefits. One is relationships. I think that's a piece that sometimes people don't understand, how important it is to have professional relationships. So when it comes time for you to find a job as a graduate, either high school or college or trade school, that someone you can lean on. So you have a relationship in your industry, and then also to really experience it, to understand that I can do this or that I don't want to do this. I think it's just as beneficial to learn that you don't like a career pathway while you're 17, 18 years old versus you're 23, 24, and you're kind of locked into it.
Okay. What do you hope to see in the future of work-based learning within Knox County schools?
I want every senior who completes a career pathway to have a work-based learning experience here at Hardin Valley Academy. Whether you're a teaching as a profession student, or if you're a nursing education student, or if you're in a cybersecurity student, I want every one of our kids to get out of the walls of Hardin Valley Academy, out into the career field and experience what it's like, a day in the life of that profession looks like.
Okay. Do you have any final advice for students who are thinking about going into work-based learning at some point?
I think there's a little bit of a misconception of work-based learning is only for our business students here. We really want kids to understand no matter if they're a performing art kid, there is a work-based learning opportunity for them. It doesn't matter what your pathway is, we can create a work-based learning experience. If you want that, we will help you do those things.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Any closing thoughts?
You know what to do. Keep it fly, Hawks.